Now that Mary has completed her first working messenger bot and a couple of those growth tools, it's time to kick it up a notch. That's right, it's time to bring in more subscribers, taking them from cold lead to buyer. And one way to do this is through Facebook ads. Facebook advertising is a super powerful way of getting the right people into your messenger bot because everybody is on Facebook. Facebook knows so much about us that as an advertiser, as a marketer, and as a business person, we are able to target exactly those people who will become the perfect customers for us. Now, like many of us, Mary is no Facebook ads ninja. In fact, the only ad that she has ever run was a boosted ad over on her Facebook page. But don't sweat it, everyone. Fortunately, Manychat has a fantastic built-in Facebook ad platform tool that we can use in order to create awesome Facebook ads that drive people directly into our messenger bot. Manychat and Facebook ads are a pairing made in heaven. Facebook ads help you bring in those targeted audiences, and Manychat's bot helps you to better qualify people. So only the hottest leads get into the end of your CRM and become buyers. What does this mean for you? More bang for your marketing dollar. Manychat makes it so easy to implement Facebook ads right inside the platform. There's no navigating away, no cutting and pasting complicated code. In fact, you can even manage your custom audiences and lookalike audiences right inside Manychat. So let's go ahead and jump in and let me show you how I'm going to set up Mary's Facebook ads, and you can implement it into your own strategy. So to create our first ad, we're just going to go to our growth tools over here on the left-hand side menu, and we're going to click on ads. Go ahead and click on create a new ad. The first thing you want to do is select the ad account that you're going to be using. If you only have your own ad account, you probably don't have to worry about this, but if you have multiple, you'll want to select the one you'll want to use. Next up is to create an ad campaign. It's your first time, then you're going to create a new one. If it's an existing campaign you want to use, you could certainly select existing. Most people who are new to Facebook ads will just create a new campaign. Now we need to decide what kind of campaign type we're looking for. Manychat gives us two options, messaging and traffic. Basically what this means is if we choose messaging, our ads will be optimized to be in front of people who are more likely to message our page. Whereas if we do traffic, Facebook will optimize our ads to be in front of people who are more likely to click a link to drive traffic. In the case of messenger marketing, generally speaking, messages is the best campaign type, and that's the one we're going to go with. Let's go ahead and name our campaign and continue. Now it's time to create our new ad set, which means we're basically starting to target who we want this ad to be shown to and where. So the first thing to look at is the message destination. Now you may have heard of sponsored messages. This is when you can actually send promotional messages outside of the 24+1 by paying for, yeah, you heard it, sponsored messages. But what we're looking for is more of a click to messenger. This means we want to show an ad in the news feed, whereas people will click that messenger button and it will go directly into the flows that we've created. So we're going to go with click to messenger in this case. Now we have to decide who our audience is going to be. Who's the ideal person to put these ads in front of? We don't want to show it to everybody because that's just a waste of money. We want to show it to the right people who are more likely to click on our offer. Now, if you have custom audiences or lookalike audiences already created in your ads manager, you can absolutely utilize them here by either including them or excluding them from your ad. Mary does not have any lookalike audiences or custom audiences, so we'll move on. You could decide what age range your ad is best suited for. In Mary's case, we're going to go between the age of 30 and 50. Now, Mary works with both men and women, so we're going to say all, and we're going to keep it located to California. Now we're looking at people who live in California, not necessarily people who are visiting or traveling through or who are currently in California but don't necessarily live there. We could also target multiple locations, cities, towns, countries, etc. We're going to keep it fairly simple here and just go California. Now, if you want to target based on your language, perhaps this is a Spanish speaking type of offer, then you could certainly type in Spanish. But in Mary's case, we don't really need to put anything. Now it's time to better target based off how people are behaving or their interests within Facebook. So we know that Mary's looking for people who are interested in fitness, so we'll start there. Now, as you can see, there are a lot of interests that are included within the Facebook platform. So we have physical fitness, muscle and fitness, men's fitness. Now, some of these are actually business pages. For instance, men's fitness is actually a business page. LA Fitness, also a business page. So if Mary wanted to target people who are interested in the local gyms, for instance, she could do that. So let's try 24-hour fitness, for instance. And there it is. People who are interested in 24-hour fitness. And this is great if you know that there are competitive companies or complementary companies in your region where you're trying to target people, where you know those people would absolutely be interested in what you have to offer. Now, I can add multiple interests here. So let's go ahead and do health and wellness. Now, what I'm showing you here is these are ORs. And what I mean by that is the targeting is for people who are interested in 24-hour fitness or they're interested in health and wellness. Not necessarily both, but if I wanted to say people who are interested in, say, physical fitness, but I wanted them to also be interested in 24-hour fitness, you'll see that the number actually narrows. And that's because now I'm saying instead of or, I'm saying and. They're interested in physical fitness and they're interested in 24-hour fitness. Now we're going to talk about our placement. Placement is where the ad shows up on all of the properties that Facebook has to offer where this ad would qualify. So for automatic, Facebook is going to put this ad on any platform and in any way that they see that this ad would fit. Whereas edit placement allows you to have more control over where your ad is. My recommendation is actually to have more control because ads that perform well on Facebook don't necessarily perform well on Instagram. Instagram has its own flavor, its own style. So if you want to run an ad on Instagram as well, my suggestion is to create a separate ad that is really created specific for that audience. So in Mary's case, we're going to actually turn these other things off and we're just going to go after people in the Facebook feed. Now keep in mind that your reach will drop because obviously less eyes are going to be on these ads if you're only choosing one location. If you're unsure, then certainly just go with the recommendations and say automatic placement. Now we want to set up our budget. Do we have a daily budget? Perhaps we want to do $1 a day or $2 a day for a month. Or do you have a big budget you have in mind and you just want to spend until that budget is gone? So we're going to go with a lifetime budget. We're going to spend $100 over the course of 2 weeks. Now, if you don't allocate enough money for your time frame, Manychat and Facebook Ads Manager will let you know. Now it's time to create that ad. So our first step is, are we using an image or a video? In Mary's case, we're going to use an image and we can either drag and drop or upload our image here. Now keep in mind that if you're going to use text on top of the image in your ad, you want to use less text than you might expect. So 20% or less of your image should be text. Now some of these may slip through the cracks, but generally speaking, Facebook does not like a lot of text on top of the images in ads. Now, what is your ad copy going to read? So that's what we're going to put here under text. All right, so we have our copy for our Facebook ad all ready to go. And we're going to put in a headline. The headline is this right here, this fb.com. We're going to go ahead and add our headline there. Yeah, there it goes. And we can add a little description. And finally, what does our call to action need to be? We have a couple choices. Apply now, contact us, learn more, message page, shop now, sign up, or subscribe. We're going to go with message page. Now you can get a preview of your ad over here on the right. And you can also preview the various types of ads. So if I want to see what it looks like on a mobile feed, I could do that. Or within Messenger inbox, I can also do that. Now we want to create our opt-in message. This is the first message that the end user is going to receive. This is before they become a subscriber. In order to become a subscriber, the end user has to interact with your chatbot. So we're going to go ahead and quickly add a message here that gets them to click a button, which would allow them to subscribe. All right, here we go. So we're going to add a button here. Now we can send them to a website, but in this case, we already built out that flow, as you know. So we're going to go to a flow and select go to a flow here. And then we're going to pick out the flow that we built, which is our fitness plan delivery. And we're going to select and done. Now we're all set and we're ready to send it off to Facebook. Now our ad has been successfully created and Facebook and Manychat are now talking to each other. This does not mean that your ad is now approved. You can go to your ad list right here and you can see it's in review. Once Facebook has taken a look, they will approve it and you're all set.